Hello, and welcome to experTEASEtalk, where we wage war on confusion so that intimacy can come in with ease. I'm your host, V. Renee, and I have a special guest in the building. I have a fitness guru, entrepreneurship advocate, author. Oh man, you got a lot of time.
Child of God.
Child of God, John J. Mitchell. What's up?
Hey, woo woo.
Welcome to the building. Welcome to the building. This is a wise man, another great friend of mine. We have really, really intimate conversations about a lot of things, ranging from religion to life. He's been a mentor to me. He's been a guiding force in my life, and I just want to share some wisdom with y'all. So,
Thank you.
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I thought about? You have two sons.
I have two sons.
What's that like having two sons nowadays? Like, what's the temperature of raising two black men right now?
A challenge.
A challenge.
Not a challenge because it's bad, but a challenge because you want so much for them,
Right.
so many opportunities for them.
Right.
Not really speaking on the fear of them growing up, but the possibilities of what they could have if they just do this or do this. So the challenge, not the negative challenges,
Right.
but yeah.
You know, as in being individuals and growing as individuals.
Right.
Okay.
To create and have whatever they want.
Whatever they want. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you definitely empower a lot of the people around you here at the gym. It seems like you use the gym as sort of a platform
Catalyst.
or a catalyst, to do other things. I've heard a lot of people change and grow, and even you have like Bible studies and things like that.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. What inspired you to do that though?
It was a command Bible study. It was just
Okay.
one of the tools I prayed a long time ago. I really want to make people stronger.
Okay.
And I thought it was fitness. I thought it was the gym. But that's just one part of it. Because so many people come in the gym with other issues that have nothing to do with the gym.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Speaking of having issues, you know, we talk about relationships and we talk about how a person could be toxic, right? We bring toxic people into our lives and we date them and we keep them around and all that jazz. But how do you know if you're the person that's toxic and not the other person? How do you know it's not you? What do you think about
That's
that?
a good question. How did I know?
Like, have you been?
How did I know I was toxic?
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I've been toxic.
Okay.
And what opened my eyes to my toxicity is going through the process
Okay.
and ending the relationship. Then I had to go back and reevaluate myself in the process, counseling, reevaluation, walking some things out, finishing some things that was brought to my attention in the relationship, because I don't think relationships are to badger the other person, put
Right.
them down what they not.
Right.
I got to look at myself. So I was toxic in a relationship. The blessing part is we still real good friends, but I was toxic in the relationship. But I had to embrace it and then challenge myself to want to not be toxic.
Now, assuming that wasn't your first relationship, had you ever had trouble embracing that about yourself before?
Well, sometimes I don't think you know that you're toxic. Back in the day, I didn't know that I was toxic because the other person could have been toxic or immature, or certain things never came up in the conversation, or certain actions never happened
Okay.
in the relationship at that time.
Right, right.
But as we grow and mature, I found out I have a problem, or this problem, or controlling, or whatever the problem may be.
Right,
It might
right.
not come up in the first 3 relationships.
Gotcha. And it doesn't come up because that level of communication is just not there, or you're in a place where you're ready to evolve and change, and so maybe you're more self-aware. Because I think sometimes people may even tell us about ourselves, but until we're, like you said, in a place of wanting to be self-aware in that area, and we can be self-aware in multiple areas, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and until you emotionally decide, okay, how aware am I of myself? I think a lot of times we will miss it anyway, because we're not even trying to
Right.
dissect that part of our lives.
I thought I was better than that person I was dealing with. So the issues I was having, I wasn't even really paying attention
Wow.
to it.
Wow.
I was looking more at their issues because it was showing outwardly instead of inwardly. So I was looking at her on this level because I'm on this level.
Wow.
So I didn't really pay attention to what she was saying or showing because I was less toxic than her. So I thought.
Oh, gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So you so busy guarding yourself against somebody else that the time it would take for you to even be self-aware, you so busy like looking out.
I'm not as bad as you.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's so real, because a lot of times and then if you care about a person and you're trying to stay in the thick of it with them, you'll find yourself making it more about them, just period. It has nothing to do with just you trying not to deal with your own stuff. You get in the habit of trying to fix, nurture, be patient, deal with them, that you become second anyway. So even if they're super toxic, they become first priority just because of how the type of person you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, I got this notion that women have a tendency. I don't agree with this, people, because I'm a woman and I'm pro-women, right? But we get the charge that we blame you guys for everything. Like we do nothing wrong. Do you agree with that? Do women complain about men and don't recognize their own stuff?
I've seen that because the woman is looking for the man to be a certain level or at a certain place to help the woman go to that next level. So while he's growing or finding himself or transforming, she's in lack of things that she didn't get or didn't learn from her father. He wasn't there. So a woman is already looking for some stuff in a man, and he's just really not, or he hadn't manifested to be that man yet, or he might have potential. Got to watch out for that.
Wow.
So it's so many different avenues of that.
So we got so to break that down, you have a woman who has a hole, and she's trying to fill the hole with a person who isn't whole yet.
Correct.
So now it comes down to need. A woman's natural nature is to feel needed. We love taking care of. We incubate everything from children to businesses to ambition to whatever. And so we always see men as their future self. Women, automatic. We see you as your future self. And so, we call it potential, but at the end of the day, that's what we're born to do. We are visionaries. And we were born to incubate, right? With that being said, you'll take on somebody who may not be quite there yet, but you see him as his future self. He's got to want to be the man you see. The problem comes in is when he's not ready to want that for himself, or he's not ready, he wants it, but he doesn't want to do the due diligence to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think there's things that we do as women to handicap that as well.
Well, I think part of it, I agree with you on some of it, but part of it, I think, because men, we are fixers.
Ooh.
So when we get with a woman that has a need, we automatically pick up the need and stop following the pattern of what we need to do if we following God in the first place.
Okay.
So now we taking on other, I don't want to say baggage, but other loads, trying to fix or help complete. And that we look at it as it's taking us too long to get to our goal, because I can't have woman that's next to me and I'm not helping her, but really I need to get myself straight before I even take on a woman. And that's why we kind of...
But I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because we're willing to help you get yourself straight. A lot of times you guys bear the weight of getting yourself straight alone, and you won't tell us what you need or the help you need to get yourself straight. So now you're trying to be that dude. You got the S on your chest. You don't want to come off like, I guess, a weaker person or whatever. You don't communicate what your needs are. And so you're really, what I've sensed is a resentment of, I want you here for companionship. I want you to believe in me, but I don't want you to tell me how to do it, and I don't want your help for real, because I want to be a man and do it on my own. Like, what is that?
I think, no, that part, I agree with you on, we need to let the woman help.
Right.
She's a helpmate, right?
Communicate.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm not talking about that at all. When I say get ourselves straight, I mean as a single person straight. We need to get in line with who we need to be. Of course, a woman gonna want to help us do this, create this business, do all this stuff. But some things women can't help a man become until they get their own self, get in line with who they trying to be. Not create.
Okay, I agree with
not
that.
the business.
I agree with that.
Where's your integrity?
Purpose. Yeah.
Where's your purpose? What are you doing? Are you in line with what God is telling you to do? You know, are you gonna be focused? Are you gonna finish some stuff you start?
Right.
When a woman come in, sometimes she giving so much and she not appreciated. Or he's not ready for that type of woman because she's a nurturer, she's a helper, and he ain't even trying to cover her or protect her or have her back. So he need to be in line with what his duties are first before he take on a woman that's gonna help. Help what? Help him be what?
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, because it is hard to submit to a non-existent mission. You know, we talk about submission, but
sometimes he don't even know the mission.
That's what I'm saying. If he don't have the mission,
he's in transition.
But he don't.
Can't even find a position. Don't get me started on my rap.
Oh my God, a whole lyricist. Did you rap before?
That's my real job.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Let me find out you out here busting lyrics. I'll kick a beat. You want me to beat out?
No,
you ready?
we good.
You ready?
They ain't ready for that.
All right, maybe in another episode he'll rap. Do you write or you got a freestyle? Freestyle? You got no freestyle
So you trying to get all? See, you already trying.
I'm just digging, y'all. I'm just trying to see, because the brother does a lot of things. He might rap. I heard you know how to pop lock a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't. Anyway, so back to relationships. Okay.
Let me say this first.
Oh.
In relationships,
Relationships.
depending on where the man is
Yeah.
with his first relationship,
Sure.
it has a lot to do with how he's gonna treat you.
Vice versa. Same thing with a woman.
Same thing with a woman. So it's really up to him, because a woman would just give in hopes of. She would do in hopes of.
Yeah.
I'm doing all this because in hopes we're gonna be together. I'm doing all this. I want to add to you. Let me help you. Let me show you where I can help you. That's how a woman normally come in.
Unfortunately.
You know, and then he's still trying to find himself, or he's not sure, or he could be lazy undercover, or not. He got a pattern of not finishing things, or all that kind of stuff can be on and going on. And then she just find out 5 years later, man, we ain't going nowhere. I've been engaged for 5 years.
It don't take 5 years, sis.
So you really need to, the Bible says, investigate who you're trying to be with. Investigate people a little bit better. I think we get too impatient because God show you something and he might have potential. Potential in what?
No.
Quitting?
When you say investigate, what is that? I mean, okay, so one of the things that comes up on this particular podcast is being transparent at the top early on, so that way you'll know and that person will know if you guys are fit, regardless of who you are. If you're trying to see what's what, get to the meat early instead of trying to ride the nostalgia and the newness. Because a lot of times people meet the other person and the vibe is good and they don't want to say anything to mess it up, right? They don't want to destroy the vibe with the fullness of their life. And sometimes people use those relationships to vacate from their actual lives. So somehow bringing their lives to the table disrupts that. Whereas if you're dating with a purpose, then you want that to fuse. You want to make sure that person is right. But the $1 million question is, how much is too much too soon? How much can I say on day one? How much can I say on day two? I'm doing this digging and I'm investigating. And even if I pay money to do a background check, how much is too much information too soon? Like, what can I ask you on date one?
Well, you should be able to be friends. You should try to focus on being friends first before you just start putting everything out there. Let's not waste time. Let's just keep it real. Let's just run
at that thing. So I meet you in a club, or I meet you at church, or I meet you and you are a complete stranger. Mm-hmm. You're saying there should be a friendship process. How long should that take? Well,
you can't put a time on it.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you got to remember, men don't want to hurt women's feelings. Sometimes they won't say certain things. Mm-hmm. This is talking about me.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
So I'll just let this go on, or I'll let this go on. And you thinking, we getting it done. We got a game plan. We're moving along. And he's still on stage 2. I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I'm really trying to get this done over here. He thinking on my own and all this kind of stuff.
I know, but see, here's the problem with that. Not you. But there are guys that'll be on stage 2. They know they're on stage 2. The girl's moving. She on stage 9. And she don't deserve to be on stage 9 because nobody told her to go to stage 9. But that's where she is.
In hopes of.
And so he has sex with her while they're off stage. Like they're not.
And see, once you cross that line with sex, that's a whole nother
problem.
You can't give too much too soon. How much is too much? You gotta pay attention to who you're talking to, who you're dating. It should be a balance. You shouldn't lose yourself trying to create something.
So what's a comfortable question you could ask somebody? What kind of, okay, so I'm a big advocate of communicating and creating, because a lot of times people don't want to deal with the emotions of a female. They want to say it, they don't want to deal with the backlash of having her trip about where she really stands in the whole dynamic, right? What's a good question or way a woman could approach a man to see where she stands with him? Without it being too forceful or too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's a nice, straightforward, but yet way she could maybe create that conversation or start that conversation?
Well, I think you have to start off just casual conversation first.
Period. Okay.
Feeling the person out.
Okay.
And knowing what you can say, or just saying what you want to say, and then see the response.
Okay.
I don't think it's one way or one word.
No,
of
course
but
not.
in time, and if it's flowing, if it's easy, then okay, what about this? What about this? Then maybe a second date, or maybe meet for lunch. Then everything is flowing, nothing is rushed. Because as soon as you rush to physical, that can throw it off, depending on what the other person is lacking.
Okay.
That can mess it all up. So I've had friends, we've been friends for years, and we friends, and people think it could be something else going on.
All right, Mr. Mitchell. So you have some projects coming up. Can you tell us about that?
The latest project is EOE.
EOE?
Extraordinary Expo.
Okay.
EO, the Extraordinary Expo. And what that is it's an expo we created to help entrepreneurs, just vendors.
Okay.
Your market, resellers, you're trying to start your own business.
Okay.
You're a new entrepreneur, old entrepreneur. You're just trying to get better tips, ideas, and exposure, better strategies on how to promote.
Stop.
Yourself. And that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, better strategies on how to promote yourself. Okay. Where can someone go if they want to get involved in such a wonderful expose?
But you can go to Facebook, Instagram. You can come to the gym. You can call me. We have many different ways that you can get in touch with us to show you what's needed. We got the first show, September 7th, here at the gym, 445 Murphy Road, Stafford, Texas.
Okay, Fat Body.
Fat Body. The next one is October 5th on the north side. That's on the north side. I have a buddy, he got his own building. So we're just stepping out by faith on a whole different level. We're going to be doing one show a month.
Okay.
We're trying to build a relationship with other entrepreneurs and just have a place to go every month for the new year.
Okay.
To go.
Okay, building businesses and bridging gaps between businesses and putting us, it's really got a community outreach kind of feel to it.
Right.
How can people get in contact with you? You said Facebook, Instagram, but what's your Facebook name? What's your Instagram name? What's the phone number? What's the website?
Phone number is 832 606 3614.
Okay.
Instagram name is Fat 1989. PHAT 1989.
Okay.
Facebook, John Mitchell,
John.
Fat Body Gym. You're gonna see a bald head guy with no shirt on. That'll probably be me.
That's
Real simple, real simple.
real simple. Okay, so Facebook, Instagram, come out to the gym. What's the address again?
445 Murphy Road, Stafford, Texas, Suite 101E. 77477.
It's facing Avenue E. Bam.
Correct.
So we in the building, and feel free to come by the gym and check it out. When you see it on the outside, you're like, oh, okay. But when you come inside, and then you go deeper, and then you go a little deeper, and then you go, it's big, it's huge. It's a great facility, great people. I work out here. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Glad to have you.
Tell them again.
You all right?
All right. Let's get back on this relationship stuff. We were saying that men are sensitive too. You guys bear feelings, and I mean, y'all don't show it that much.
Yeah, we don't necessarily show it outward, or we might speak it to somebody else. We might not show it to the woman. We might speak it to another guy, or explain it to our mother, or somebody else that we're more comfortable with.
Right. But that's a problem for us.
That is a problem. So as we mature, we grow into the oneness in the relationship.
Okay.
But you got to really find out where the guy is before you just give your all, I think.
Now, you said that it's important for people to have a friendship before they start trying to engage in conversations about taking their relationship to the next level. But I guess, again, I asked the question, how can a woman initiate the conversation about where she stands? What did she say?
How can she initiate it,
Without
especially
it
if he's
being
not trying to be, if he's not trying to be totally honest?
Well,
And that's
he
a
may be.
friendship.
I mean, if he was trying to be totally honest, she wouldn't have to ask, right? Should a woman? Okay, first of all, if a woman has to ask where she stands, that's probably a bad sign, correct?
Because she wanted faster than what he's putting out.
That's what I'm saying. Even if she has to ask at all, like most men let you know that they want you in a certain capacity.
But a lot of them don't.
That's what I'm saying. So how does she help me?
If he don't tell you, you're not there yet. If he don't show you, don't put yourself out there to be hurt. If he don't show you, you have to do certain things, but don't lose yourself
Right.
trying to
Waiting.
get with somebody else. Don't lose yourself.
So you said don't lose yourself. Say it one more time.
Don't lose yourself for who you trying to be. Trying to get to know somebody that don't open the door or show you comfortably where you are, where y'all are, because you're really trying to impress this guy, and he's not owning up or living up to the truth of the relationship of being open.
Okay, so this is
This is
getting really good because it gets a little tricky. So keep in mind that women are nurturers. So say somebody like yourself, you have a past. You tell me in conversation, backed up. You tell me in conversation, hey, I was hurt in the past, right? I have heart PTSD. I have issues, right? So there's on some level, I have to have some patience about you being ready, or you maybe trying to maybe embrace a new relationship. But when does it go from, like you said, patience to like losing yourself? You know.
Well, let's start with the man. Because
Okay.
I had a past and I had a relationship and I got hurt and I hurt.
Right.
But after counseling and rehab and renewing my mind,
Right.
and working out on a different level,
Right.
now I take control of more of the relationship. Not controlling the relationship, but controlling what I need to do, being more open, freely honest. And if they can't accept that, that's not my fault. But I have to be putting more out there, because we'll keep certain things in. So I got to stay free in the relationship.
The more you reveal, the more you heal. That's
Right. So I have to keep it open and honest, and now it's just easy. I don't have to save your feelings. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Right. But you have to stay honest with yourself.
I gotta stay honest with myself first, with myself second, God 1st, and it's easy, because if you can't accept me with what I've been through in my past and where I'm trying to go and where I am now, and if I'm totally answering all your questions,
Right.
and you shouldn't feel suspect about anything, because I'm showing you and I'm following it through and I'm doing the work of what I'm saying. If it's adding up,
Right.
but I'm just not giving you what you want because you're ready. I'm still happy just being my head above water now.
Right.
With me.
Right. So as long as you're getting honesty, as long as you're getting, like you said, just somebody being transparent with you and letting you know where they stand and where they are, you make a decision, an executive decision over yourself as a woman, if you want to stay or not. But that at that point, it becomes your decision.
It's your decision.
And you're not a victim of clouded judgment. You're not a victim of, having the wool pulled over your eyes. You know exactly who you're dealing with. But you know what? You said something that triggered a really important notion. Even though I know you have Bible studies, even though I know that you have a relationship with God, you still sought counseling and therapy. What did that look like? Did you go to a church, or did you actually sit with a professional to deal with your emotions and mental state?
Okay, first thing, just because I teach Bible study, don't mean I'm above Bible study.
Right.
Or going through some things.
Correct.
Because I can tell you what to do and teach you, and
Absolutely.
it can be right.
Absolutely.
But I'm still not emotionally strong or really good right here.
Right.
That's how people get that twisted with pastors and preachers.
I agree.
Because they good at preaching and teaching, but they still have some issues. That's why you got to look at the message, not the messenger.
Amen.
For one.
That's one.
And then the other part, going to counseling to really find out, get somebody else's professional ideas, opinions, and thoughts and
to navigate through
on me. I tell them where I am, be honest, tell them where I am, what's going on, what's been going on, what's the pattern, with relationships, keep it all real, give them a clear picture, so they can use their professionalism, and then give me an assessment. Okay, this is what you need to do. And after going for 4 months straight, it was totally easy, being honest, just like me with training.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, no, I was just about to say that. It's funny how even in entrepreneurship, we learn that when we want to learn something about the law, we go to a lawyer. When we have a physical ailment, we go to a doctor. When we want to get our bodies in shape, we go to a trainer. We seek professionals for the things that we need, but when we get into an emotional or mental state, we try to self-medicate, or we try to navigate that through, with our own power and our own intelligence. And it's like, there are people who actually take time to deal with those type of things and help navigate through those type of things. You know what I'm saying? And the wonderful thing is that when you are GPSing and you're trying to get somewhere, the first thing GPS will ask you is where you are. Do you want to go here? Before you can go here, we have to know where you actually are. So I think it's important that we don't miss that, and we do get therapy, and a lot of times we can then communicate how we feel from a place of not feeling like less than. You know, we're told, oh, you're not supposed to have all them emotions. Keep that to yourself. No.
That's terrible. When
That's
people
terrible.
When they tell men you're not supposed to cry,
Especially men.
That's a weakness in crying and all that. No, that's terrible.
That is terrible.
That's terrible. Because you were made to cry.
Literally.
Sometimes. As long as you're not crying like every 5 minutes. But ain't
Too
nothing wrong
much
with crying.
anything is bad for you, really.
That don't mean you're not strong.
It does not mean you're not strong. No.
You know, so
it takes mental fortitude. It takes emotional intelligence to sit there and actually be in the emotion, let it happen, and then get past it.
Right.
Build a bridge.
You have to accept it. You have to embrace where you are. A lot of people don't like to look in the mirror. A lot of people I've experienced, they keep a lot of noise around them so they can drown out where they are. They never take time to really look at themselves in the mirror and just be quiet, so you can hear. Because God's not going to talk over a whole lot of noise, a whole lot of garbage, a whole lot of smoke.
Wow.
You need to. That's why fasting comes into place. All different types of things.
Yeah,
to get
yourself.
clarity.
Really silence yourself for real. Meditation does a good job of that too.
Right.
So let's just flip it for a second. Flip. All right. You're in a relationship.
Woo.
You're in that thing, and it's getting to a point where you're starting to have these strong feelings. You're falling, or you're surrendering your emotions to somebody. You know you like them, but now you act them like them. What I find, and I've done this before.
Okay.
A lot of people lean more on their ego and call it common sense. What I mean by that is, out of fear, ego is just easing God out, and fear and faith can't coexist.
Right.
So it has to be, I would say, fear. You start to put up walls or distance yourself, and you expect a person to be patient about that. So it's not just men, we have men who don't communicate their feelings and things like that, but we also have women who, because they have past hurts, we put up walls to keep the person that we know we really like from maybe even seeing that we have that issue or making us have to confront that issue. Have you ever dealt with a woman who you thought things were good and then they just started backing up? Or you thought things were fine, but then they started acting out?
Yeah. I dealt with a woman that just started backing up and I thought things were fine.
Right.
It hurt my feelings when she backed all the way out.
She backed all the way out?
She started backing up.
And then she just backed all the way out?
She backed that thing out. All the way out.
Said, all the way out?
But she was telling me some stuff that she was really saving me.
Right.
So she said, and I was like, I don't care, don't save me. I just want to be with you. Right. So to this day, I understand.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
But I saw her years later.
Right.
So, yeah. And that hurt. But sometimes I always go back to, well, maybe that's not for me. If I do all I can do, I don't hold on or try to make things harder on myself. Because you can only put out what you can put out.
True.
If the person say no, you have to respect that. You can go after, you can try, but you can't lose yourself for nobody. That's what I think people mess up. They go too far, they don't cut it off. But then if you don't stop, you never let them see what they missing.
Right.
Because you're always so close in it, so deep in it.
Right.
Give them a chance, back up.
Yeah, I tell my kids that all the time. You can't read a book like this.
Right. You won't see it
clear. You gotta back it up.
Right.
That's just the physics of it. You have to back off out of it.
Right.
Off of it. I've noticed that you can see somebody else's stuff better than you see your own because you're so in your own, So what does a guy do? You said not to lose yourself. I always wonder how long is too long. I always wonder, patience wise, at what point do you go throw all the cards on the table, forget it?
Well, I believe in working for what you want. I think good things are meant to work for.
Sure.
You work for. And you do have ups and downs, hard times.
Right.
But when you start losing clarity, getting sick, losing yourself, or your journey, who you're supposed to be, where you're going for the sake of that person, and they're not adding or it's not balancing out or evening out, I think that's the time to really self-evaluate, back up for a minute, to really see what's really going on. Because it does take a work to have anything.
It does.
But
it
not
does.
the struggle and the fight, because the battle is not meant to be
between the two people.
Yours, period.
Okay.
Battle. It's not meant to be, you shouldn't be battling to be with somebody. And I think when I was in one relationship, she thought she had to fight all the time. And I tell her, the battle is not yours. Even if I'm not right, don't fight to do certain things. Maybe I need to grow up, or maybe I need to do it. It's not you. Sometimes it's me.
Right.
But don't lose yourself trying to fight to keep something, because
be somebody you're not.
Right.
And if you find yourself being somebody you're not a lot, that's
not good. That's not good.
Yeah, it's probably not a good look.
Right.
We talk about the 80-20 rule. Yeah, with especially with men. What's your 80? Like, what do you have to have? Well, first of all, are you even single? Because I know the ladies want to know if you're single.
Since you know the ladies want to know.
So the ladies want to know. Are you
I'm single right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you want?
What do I want?
What do you have to have? Not want. What do you need? What do you have to have?
Yeah, it ain't about what I want anymore.
No,
because what I have to have is what I'm going to always need.
Exactly.
If my needs are met, I'm good.
Okay, so let's get it.
Yeah. You got to have our own relationship with God. You got to have our own relationship with God. You got to have your own not mine, your own relationship with God. That's like up there.
So she go to church every Sunday? What you talking about?
No.
No.
You got to have a relationship, because church every Sunday is not a relationship.
Ooh.
That's a routine.
Speak about it. That's religion.
Yeah.
Got it.
A lot of people come to the gym all the time and look like a Big Mac. So that's not it. Your own personal relationship, communication, follow your relationship with God.
That's number one.
And then we can talk about it. We can have conversation with no music, with no outside input. Just communication, connecting.
I'm big on that, y'all.
Connecting. Oh, you are. Yep.
I am. I really am. Like,
right,
it's so
really,
sad.
for real.
Like, that's my thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's priceless. And all these things will last to the end of time.
It will.
This ain't about money, ain't about none of that.
Yeah. Even if you can't walk,
we still there.
We still
Connecting.
there. We can't be out in the streets and money's tight, whatever.
Right.
We can still sit on a couch, sit on the floor, sit in a chair, wherever.
Right.
Sit in each other's lap.
Right.
And get it done.
Right.
So what else? Okay, so you got that, and what's else? What else?
Genuine attractiveness. What?
Huh?
Genuine attractiveness?
What you mean?
What is that?
Huh?
Blush or no?
Makeup?
Yeah. No, just something sexy about you. I think every woman got their own sex appeal.
Sure.
What makes them sexy
without
a whole lot of extra help.
I gotta beat you up there. Off the shoulder, go.
Because if you got all that on, you take all that off.
Right.
I'm gonna be surprised. And I don't.
You gonna date two people?
That don't work for me. Yeah, that don't work for me.
Two girlfriends.
So when I'm attracted to somebody, secure within themselves, knowing who they are, who they're trying to be, who they want to be.
Sure.
But I think a woman already got what she gonna have or what's needed in the relationship. I don't think she need to add. You can add a little blush. Please add some chapstick. Stuff like that is cool. But when you start changing and then you somebody else, I remember I dated a woman. I just loved the way she was, period. Just attractive, genuine. But she always had a whole lot of blush. So every time I touched her face.
Are you calling makeup blush or just
No, just
blush?
a whole lot. If I touch your face, my hand look like your skirt. That's like, that's too much. I can't even touch you. I got to get a towel. We got to have a towel in the relationship. I don't think it's needed because she had freckles, and I thought it was cute.
Right.
It was cool. It was great to me, but she didn't like it. She didn't like certain things. And see, I'm into fitness, so I'm into physical, and you got to look a certain way, but that don't attract me.
Oh,
that's not the main thing.
So
Because I see it so much.
So she doesn't have to be in fitness.
No. My wife wasn't in fitness. Right.
Ladies, you don't have to be in fitness. You just have to be genuine.
I need
you.
that. I need it.
And I heard you say something about
so many superficial
people, right? You have
I
to,
need that at home.
And what about you said something about purpose or knowing who you are? What's that about?
Well, being secure in where she are and who she is, and that comes in time, you know. But don't be afraid to be who you were called to be. Because I'm trying every day to stay on point with what I'm called to do. And I want her to be the same so we can manifest things together.
Is it important that she has shared vision or shared purpose? Like, should y'all purposes cross up a little bit?
What you mean, connect?
Connect, cross. Like, in other words, her purpose might be to save the whales. Your purpose may be to grow people into their best selves. That don't really.
We don't have to be doing the same thing.
Not the same thing.
So if she's saving the whales, if that's her thing, she loves whales, sharks, and dolphins.
Whatever. I'm saying, if that's her thing, see, for me, it don't have to look the same. I use dance. You use fitness. Now I do fitness now, but I use dance and I teach kids. But my purpose is to grow them, to nurture their gifts and their talents and get them to where they need to be.
Right.
So what's what I mean by purpose? I'm saying, is it okay if y'all purposes don't align, or
our purposes in making money, making a living, don't have to line. Have to line up.
Right.
You in dance, I'm in fitness.
Right.
Those two can coexist together because they can connect. I'm growing the people, all that. But if somebody's saving the whales and I'm still in fitness, or doing an expo, as long as our communication and our purpose is in line with what God has given us to do, they can still coexist and do it, because we don't have to do the same thing to get to the same goal, get the same things done on a bigger scale. While she's still saving the whales.
See, and I need the purposes to align. I need to be able to, as a matter of fact, I want them to align so much so that when I'm doing well, you can either get fit, you can actually gain from, like when I am doing good, we're both doing really good, because it almost affects it in some, directly or indirectly. It affects it. So I need my stuff. It don't have to be attached, but it needs to feed some kind of way.
Well, yeah, I would need to feed you.
Does that make sense?
But if she's doing well, we still gonna be doing well, even if she's saving the whales.
I ain't trying to be over there doing the whales and be over here doing what I do. That's pulling me in two different. I ain't doing that. That means I gotta take time to. If she did the whales or he did the whales as a hobby, I can get with that. But if that's their purpose, they're in that thing. So we can't even get in. Like we can't. Like they gotta explain where that genre to me every time they tell a story. They have to. Whereas if we're in the same aligned purpose or somewhere in the vicinity of the same, then a lot of our conversation is more fluid. I don't have to go, well, what's that? Or what is that? Or where do you get that from? Or what, it's too far. Like it's just too.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why you need to
I
make
can't even get excited about the stuff that they get excited about. Like, oh, the whale did. Oh, did it? I mean, I could get excited for that person because they're excited, but it's different.
What if they just the owner of the whales and they're not out there training and coaching and teaching?
If they're the owner, they got a passion for it. 9 times out of 10, they don't have it just to have it. If you own something, as you well know, there has to be some level of passion, or it has to be accomplishing something that you're passionate about. It can't just be a thing, because it won't last.
Right, but I used to be super passionate about fitness, but now it's a new passion, and I still love fitness, still do fitness, but now that's going to somewhat of the back burner, because I wanted to create something totally different away from fitness.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So depending on when we meet, that has a lot to do with it too. Because I might not be as busy as I was in fitness or saving the whales or whatever the case may be. So it depends on when you meet and your communication, your relationship and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still a bigger picture when you retire and want to start traveling. all that stuff, it comes into play too.
Yep. And that's why it gets tricky, because platform and purpose.
Yeah. Well, that's a conversation.
Yeah. Because our platforms don't have to be the same, but our purpose, what we're using our platforms for, has to be the same.
So could we be on the same platform? Talking, speaking, adding life. Yours was saving the whales. Mine was fitness.
No, that's different platforms. Saving the whales is one platform. Fitness is another platform. We don't have to be on the same platform, but can you have the same purpose? Possibly. I don't know how saving the whales could be in line with your purpose of. I mean, I don't know what you could do as a result of saving the whales that would be in line with what you do with fitness.
Well, that's the communication, and you got to look at all of that from the beginning of the relationship before you start sleeping together and all that.
That part. People should.
Yeah. You got to look at all that, not just getting caught up. I got weak. I needed it.
I think people separate it now. I think people think that they separate it now. I think they think like sex is a different compartment from getting to know them. Like women are sold out these days that you can have sex with a man and still get to know the man. Like the sex part doesn't matter. Do you agree with that?
It hadn't been the case with me. I can't really speak for every man.
I'm saying, like,
it can throw things off.
I feel like it can. I feel like it throws things off.
But I believe some people can totally keep it separate.
Dissociate that, like.
Because I know some women, they're strictly business on whatever the purpose is. And sex could be, again, that's maturity where you put it, so. But
yeah,
80-20, 80%.
You're 80%. So you got purpose, you got relationship with God. That was first. Relationship with God. You had know yourself.
And be genuine. Just upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself. Love yourself where you are. And I don't mean just have to buy yourself things all the time. I mean, create the best you. Try to be the best you at every given moment. When I was married, I used to have an older Corvette, right? It was 99.
Okay.
But I kept it up, immaculate, ostrich seats and everything. It was older.
Right.
But I sold it and got a lot for it because it was kept well maintained. Because I think we all have to get older. And with my wife, and that's how I looked at her. Because we were the same age. And I didn't want to go anywhere else. But that's how I look at it. Because we all got to get older. You got to look at everything.
Right.
Some people just want to get somebody younger and keep flipping and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I think you need to maintain and try to be the best you. That's why I try to stay the best me while I'm in fitness. At this age right now, at this time.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
Well, Mr. Mitchell, you're a pretty wise guy. And I really, really appreciate you for your time.
Yeah, I'm at the charger.
Thank you for tuning in to experTEASEtalk. Please go check out Fat Bodies Gym and Sports, right?
Fat Body Sports Training.
Sports Training. Okay, Fat Body Sports Training. Go on Facebook.
John Mitchell.
Instagram. PHAT 1989.
1989.
Right. And come out to Fat Body Sports Training at
445 Murphy Road, Suite 101E, Stafford, Texas. 77477.
Yes. Come check it out. It's great, guys. The atmosphere is great. It's very, very positive. We have lots of fun and it's a lot of sweat.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere is good. Atmosphere is real good. I see you guys are going to make those comments. I did a good job before. Keep with the comments. And subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Buzzsprout and iTunes and on and on. Look forward to seeing you again. Let me know what you think.
Peace.